Have you ever had one of those moments where you're thinking, how is this person even functioning? You're talking to someone at work, or maybe even a close friend or family member, and they just don't get it. They don't understand what you're saying. They don't react the way you expect. And your instinct might be to write them off as difficult, or even an idiot. But what if the issue isn't intelligence? What if it's personality? Today, we're diving deep into why some people seem impossible to deal with, and more importantly, how you can adapt to work with anyone, no matter how frustrating they seem. Why you must adapt. Let's get this out of the way first. You can't change people. Not your boss, not your spouse, not your colleague who never answers emails. But here's what you can do: adjust how you deal with them. Adaptation doesn't mean pretending. It means understanding. It's about recognizing what others respond to and choosing how you present your ideas, your tone, and your expectations. And this isn't about manipulation. It's emotional intelligence. And like any skill, the more you practice, the better you get. Some people say, well, I'm just being real. I don't change for anyone. Fair enough. But understand, if you always insist on being only your most authentic self, you may always struggle to get through to others. Adaptation isn't about changing who you are, it's about changing how you connect. The 4-color personalities. The model we're using breaks people into 4 core behavior types. Reds, action-oriented, driven, competitive. Yellows, expressive, energetic, talkative. Greens, calm, stable, avoid conflict at all costs. Blues, analytical, perfectionist, precise. Of course, people are more complex than any box. Most of us are a blend of colors. But understanding the dominant behavior style helps you avoid miscommunication and instead create cooperation. So let's break down each type, and I'll show you exactly how to work with them, not against them. How to handle Reds. Reds are all about action. They hate delays, overthinking, and indecision. Here's how to connect with them. Be direct. If you want something, say it clearly. No long setup, no stories, get to the point. Show results. Reds respect people who are efficient and can execute. Don't be vague. Phrases like, maybe it depends, or we'll see, make Reds lose patience. Example, if you're presenting a project update to a Red manager, start with the outcome first. We hit 92% of our target this month. Now, here's how we got there. If you start with the process, they'll tune out. They may come off as aggressive, but if you're confident and respectful, Reds will value you as an equal. How to handle Yellows. Yellows are fun, spontaneous, and big-picture thinkers. They're creative, but often forgetful and disorganized. How to work with them. Be energetic. Match their enthusiasm and keep the mood upbeat. Focus on vision. Sell ideas with stories and excitement. But follow up. Yellows need help turning ideas into action. Example, let's say you ask a Yellow to plan an event. They'll be great at coming up with themes, colors, and fun names, but they may forget to actually book the venue. Gently remind them. Make checklists their friend, even if they resist it. Also, they love attention. Compliments and enthusiasm go a long way. But give criticism carefully and always in private, because looking bad in front of others hits them hard. How to handle Greens. Greens are peacekeepers. They're kind, loyal, and hate rocking the boat. They don't make decisions quickly, but that doesn't mean they're weak. They just value safety and predictability. How to communicate with them. Be patient. Don't rush them, they need time to process change. Avoid pressure. Instead of pushing, offer reassurance. Create structure. Help break tasks into small, manageable parts. Example. If you asked a green friend to join a new group, and they hesitate, it's not rejection. They're just nervous about the unknown. Give them time. Let them observe before they participate. And here's a tip: greens rarely tell you when something's wrong. You need to ask gently, "Hey, are you okay with this plan?" And give them space to answer. How to handle blues. Blues are your detailed thinkers. They love logic, preparation, and quality. They hate sloppiness, surprises, and fluff. How to connect with blues. Be precise. Know your facts. Don't guess or bluff. Respect structure. Show you've thought things through. Avoid hype. They don't care how excited you are. They care whether it's real. Example: if you're pitching an idea to a blue client, lead with data, charts, trends, logic. Don't say, "It just feels right." That phrase alone will make them skeptical. And remember, blues take time to open up. They may not ask about your weekend, but that doesn't mean they dislike you. They just prioritize tasks over small talk. Mixed personality groups. Now imagine this: you're in a team meeting with all four types. The red is impatient and wants quick decisions. The yellow is cracking jokes and throwing out wild ideas. The green is sitting quietly, unsure whether to speak. The blue is still analyzing the budget line by line. What do you do? As the adaptable person, you bridge the gap. Help the red see the value in patience. Guide the yellow to stay focused. Encourage the green to share thoughts without fear. And support the blue with facts, but help them move forward. Adaptation isn't about controlling the room, it's about reading the room. People aren't difficult because they want to be. They're difficult because they're different from you. Once you learn to recognize these differences, not as flaws, but as behavior styles, you stop taking things personally. You start becoming more persuasive, more influential, more effective. Adaptation is a choice. And the more you practice it, the more natural it becomes. So, next time you're frustrated with someone's tone, style, or silence, pause. Ask, which type might they be? And respond in a way that they understand. That's how you turn difficult people into partners, allies, and friends. If you found this helpful, let me know in the comments, what color do you think you are? And if you want to see a breakdown of how each color handles conflict, motivation, or leadership, make sure to subscribe. We've got more coming soon. Until next time, adapt, connect, and communicate smarter.